got some things to do to get Seb's Chieftain ready for this weekend. We're taking it to Catterick, and we've got a few little things that we do need to do, which we said we were going to do, we've not done yet, and that is sort the wheel studs on this road wheel here, because a few of them are snapped off, which isn't brilliant, because the last thing we want to do is lose the front road wheel. We've got a water leak that we believe is one of the pipes from the GUE. I did change the top one, so I'm imagining it'll be the bottom one, which will be a real pain to get at. So that needs sorting. We found some relays, thanks to some guy in America who's put us onto a place in the UK. Apparently the relays for the turret control box are actually out of a Harrier jump jet and a Sea King? No idea. So we've found them, and we're going to go, or Seb's going to go, the crack of dawn tomorrow and collect them, so he's going to enjoy that, about a 9 million mile journey. And then fingers crossed, we can put them in and that'll be the turret working. We will need John Tribe, bless him, to come and work his magic with setting up the stab and all that nonsense if it does work. We've got the mud flaps that we've got to go on. We've also got to get Tiffany down to handwrite the mud guts, the number plates. We've also got lights to go on and a few bits and pieces, some spare track link. Just all in the bin boxes, we've got to put all the bin boxes on. Got quite a lot to do. And the barrel shroud that everyone keeps going on about. So we've got to de-scab that, put a bit of paint on that, and put the new cover on it. And I think, and then we've got to amend the comms, and the list goes on. But anyway, let's get it moved.
It's not like it's this weekend.
It's not like this weekend. There's some crap in the fuel tank, so I need to wet back them out and go through that. Well, I think there's some crap, I'm not sure. But if I wet back them out, I know they'll be clean. So, yeah. And we need to order some fuel filters because they're bad as well. Right. Better start the shit up.
Here you go.
Seb's doing mechanical labour.
It's very scary. Everyone's very concerned.
So you've got one bolt out so far.
Yeah, two. Don't discredit me.
Yeah, go on.
Oh.
Do you need me to clip a board that says action?
Yeah, you need a
A clacker?
Right, Taya's got the mud flaps all on now. Tiff's got the registration all painted on. I've mended the rear lights, which we'll show you in a minute with them working. But now, we'll take the side armour off, because we've still got to sort out the issue with these snap wheel studs. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get this thing called a frog, and basically I'll fit this behind this axle, behind the wheel, and that'll go in like that, and then I'll simply back up and it'll go over centre like this, and it'll actually lift that wheel up because the track will stay flat. So imagine the track will stay there, the vehicle will go back, and the wheel will end up at the top here, and then that'll be off the track, so I can do the wheel bolts. See what I mean? Make sense?
Yeah.
Right, and then because the handbrake's a bit dicky, that's our handbrake, that bit of water. The frog is in position.
Zero. Oh,
Oh, look
I was
at that.
wrong.
Straight on my toe. What a babe.
Should it have come off that easy? Should that have not been really frustratingly difficult? Or is that...
I think it's because everything's...
Are they supposed to be
Because
like
they've been
that?
ran loose. I think that's our issue. Right, so we're going to fit the wheel stud. This is a new one, and obviously this is the right hand side of the vehicle, so you've got to make sure it's got an R on it like this, not an L like I just had a second ago. And we'll slap that on now. Right, we're going to change the road wheels because it's been ran loose. It's actually beveled the edges of the road wheels, which will mean that they won't be quite round and they're a bit egg-shaped and the wheels will come off again. So I've gone and got some second-hand but decent road wheels off the heap, and we'll put them on, and hopefully that shall stop falling off. There we go. Easy. That's what he had.
Plating on, it would have been done now. Because you've had
Just
to
leave it in here. Hey, Ted. Oh, what are you doing? Frogged.
Frogged.
All frogged out.
You've nearly on the arse.
On me off. You're shining.
Yeah.
Jolly good.
Okay, so we got the mud flaps all on, road wheel all sorted, wheel bolts sorted, baskets on both sides. We've just got one more box that goes on there, which is over there. We're going to make a bracket to make that fit, and the rear lights are all in now. Hard to see, but it is working, and the registration all working. So yeah, on the track is on, so just got to wait for Sed to turn up with the relays.
Tell me when you're ready. Right. the new relays. So what were these out of? A Sea Hawk?
Sea King.
Sea King. It's even got a little cover on it, which is annoying because I haven't got it. So, we managed to find 3 what we call the battery relays, which are these ones, because none of them work. So that's them 3. And then we also managed to find 3 of the Metadyne relays, which hopefully are the right ones. It's looking good. It's green and blue. Don't know if that matters. But all the part numbers are the same. So what we're going to do is test the relays, the new ones, because obviously just because they're new, I think, what did we say this one was? There was a label on one of them that said how old it was.
Is that one, isn't it?
Which one? Oh yeah. So that's how we put the label. When we say new, quite often what we mean is new old stock. So it was new in 1960 when the tank was new. So it's been in stores. This has actually been in the stores the 30th and 4th, 1975. That's been on the shelf. But it was serviceable in 1975. God knows if it's going to be now. So we're going to test them all.
So it's nearly 50 years old.
Yep. New, but 50 years old already. Which isn't ideal. So there's a lot that could be wrong. So we're just going to take these covers off quick. I mean, the fact they've got covers is a good thing. These ones don't have any covers, which is probably the reason someone's been in there in the past, left the covers off, and then water's got in, condensation's dripped on it, and then fucked them up. So we'll be sure to fit these covers on when we put it together. Right. Moment of truth. So we got our 24 volts power feed to excite it. And you can hear that's working absolutely beautiful. So I'm quite pleased with that. Now I'm just going to put the cover and the bolts apart out of the way. So let's check a Metadyne relay. Now these are the dearer ones?
They're the dear ones.
So,
and the ones that are ridiculously hard to get.
Yeah, they're hard to get because you need MOD clearance to get in, and said just blank that. God knows how he managed to do it, but these are actually used on Harrier jump jets. So the place where he actually got 90 something of them still in stock, but we're quite puzzled as to why he wanted one and how he even knew what one was at all. So yeah, that confused them. But let's see if this works. Please work. That is good. Right, I suppose we'll test all of them. Right, so there's good battery. Let's test all the battery ones. Looks like we've got a full house. Well, I'm pleased with that.
So my 13 hours in a car yesterday wasn't
13
wasted.
hours in a car, and how much did they all cost?
I think it was about, what was it, about 850 quid?
Yeah, so for less than the price of one relay, which was £7,000 at one company that we shall not name, was trying to sell us, idiots. For way less actually, we've got a full house. So they look like fools. Now it's just a small job. Sneeze them constantly. I'm going to bolt them one at a time and fitting them in. So we're not probably going to film this. I'm just going to take the time. Some of these bolts are now not bolts anymore, so I'm going to actually have to get the drill and drill the heads off individually without damaging the wiring. So I'm going to carefully go through this, and then we'll report back when we've got them all in and fitted. Right, so we're halfway there now on the Metadyne relays. We've done one. I've
more than 90% done the other. I've actually had to die grind the heads of these nuts off. That one had actually, the wire had corroded and snapped off. But the others, I've had to die grind the heads of the bolts off because they literally won't come off. And I've also had to solder new ends on where they broke off. Yeah, I'm thoroughly not enjoying myself. But I've only got that one to do, which doesn't look as bad. And then it only looks to me like we've got that one to die grind, that one to die grind, potentially that one. And the rest, hopefully, should just undo with the screwdriver. But the wires are so delicate. I mean, look at this one here, it's number 1. Here, that is such a tiny, delicate wire. That's got to go on there, so that's what I'll do next. I keep putting my screwdriver down and losing it. And what I'm doing with each one is I'm fitting it. It's really annoying, the screwdriver isn't magnetic. I'm carefully getting the scalpel and just scratching off any corrosion that may be on each connector before I fit it, both sides. So I keep stabbing my fingers fairly well because they're so small and there's nothing to grip them. It's a double. So these two are both terminal 6. Yeah, they're alright. Hey.
Oh no,
She's coming.
look at her go. Babe.
Is this a single? I can't tell.
Yeah, I think it is a single. Come on, phone, focus. There we go.
Oh, come on. Oh, it's off.
Thank God
I
for that.
literally thought I busted it then.
So did I.
Oh, mate.
Oh, buddy,
Why do you
look
think
at
that
that.
wasn't working?
No idea.
Let's just snort that, shall I?
Let's have a quick look.
That was
Oh, yes.
absolutely clapped.
Can you, viewers at home, could you tell us in the comments why you think this doesn't work? Because it's a mystery to us.
It's the last of the new methadone relays to go in.
I'll pass you the hammer.
Yeah, let's just knock it in with a sledge. Oh, God. Of course it's trapped itself on something. Right, the next thing I want to do is bolt the relay down. Yeah, so that's all the relays back in, all finished, looking smart, ready to put back together and put in the tank.
Yeah, well done.
The way I
So
feel,
clever.
man, I've done like at least 20 minutes work today. I'm knackered.
Righto, Jimmy. Savile. Right, so
Which way? Because it handles
Goes.
the top, doesn't it? So that way up.
but we need to be careful because the sides
Yeah.
that we glide, your side goes internally, which we can't afford to do. Right, lower it down. Wait a minute, where's that bolt? There we go. Right.
Beauty.
Need bolts.
Easy peasy. Where's he gone?
Bolts that look really easy. Welcome back.
What have we just done?
Right, so this big box behind me, a total bag of
Spanners.
we've As you
Fitted
saw in
it.
the last video, John had a look at it. We've replaced them relays. You'll see us doing that. We've put it all back in, done everything back up for the umpteenth time. Slid all these boxes back in, done this one as well, bolted everything back in, and I'm going to give it another.
And this is the first time. So
Yeah, this is our first attempt. This is the only one we've ever done.
right. So we're on battery mode.
Yeah.
So in theory, when that's on,
Live, it should now
it,
move.
well, I think so. When you press the trigger. Well, it worked. It worked. Go on. Did it blow a trip?
It might have done. I think it did.
It did something. It did.
It moved.
Right. Any trips blown?
Not that I can see here. We've only got the one on this one, haven't we?
It definitely did something.
It moved. 100%.
Right.
I'd check that box down wherever it is.
Just try again. Oh yeah.
That's got a trip out.
No, that's
Top layer.
yeah. That's only for the GUE.
Oh, is it? All right.
1 minute. Just do it again. I didn't hear the click. Didn't hear the There you go. Now do it. And keep it going. Oh mate.
That stopped on its own then.
Yeah, but I think it's that micro sensor.
Oh, mate.
It's the micro sensor.
Move your leg, you silly
Go on.
bastard.
Go on. It's the micro sensor in that switch that's playing up now. We have mended something! Oh, how good is that? Go on.
That's me keeping it down, it's not.
Yeah, so it's the micro sensor. Try the lower one. I don't think it'll elevate on battery. I don't think it's supposed to. That works better. Now the other way.
That does work a lot better.
Right,
The
well,
old cage is grabbing nicely.
yeah, well, it will do because it's not been round for ages. I think what we need to do now
Go all the way around to the front.
is try the metadines, but I think we need to move the vehicle so it can't hit anything. I'm well pleased with that.
Oh, mate, that's fixed.
I'm just going to get a video of it doing that from the outside. So
Go on then.
as you can probably tell from my smile, I'm quite pleased. It wasn't a total waste of time. All that soldering and changing them relays, which was an absolute pain in the arse. We've got it working on battery mode. Now we've clicked it onto metadine mode. Nothing trips out, no fuses blow, but we've got the module on test mode. So when we're doing stuff, the test light's coming on. And I'm going to be honest, I know nothing about that. That's why we've got John Tribe coming in tomorrow to kindly help us set all that up. And I'm pretty confident we'll have it all working on metadine tomorrow when John comes. So fingers crossed, we'll see. But so far, if nothing else, no more winding it around by hand because it works perfectly on battery mode. So anyone that's ever wound the gun round on a Chieftain will understand how much of a victory this is today. But yeah, till tomorrow.